From Super League to Olympic distance to age group world records to Kona. Go longer with the right fuel at the right time with SFuels.
Get ready, the waves are 67. Yeah, yeah. Get ready, it's bearing down the line. Well. Big island surfing. Whoa. Big island surfing. And it's prefaced with Bob. Chee, woo.
That's Poncho Man, everyone. Welcome, 11th year of Breakfast with Bob from beautiful Huggles on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Quintanaroo, Zoot, the original triathlon brand, of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation, coming off a second place at Challenge Roth this year. Fenella Langridge is our guest, everybody.
Woo, thank you.
How you doing?
I'm so excited. It's quite unbearable, really.
This is the first time here.
Yeah, first time in Hawaii, first time on the Big Island.
You got in last night.
I got in last night. I'm still asking you all the questions, where everything is. Do we swim in that bit of the sea? Do we run over there? Today is all about learning, getting my bearings. And what a better way to start than here with you?
Absolutely. So I remember we were sitting here in 2013 or 14 with Daniela Reef, her first time here, and she's sitting exactly where I go. She goes, "Did we run here?"
Yeah.
This is it. This is a lead drive. Yeah, this is where you go.
I know you hear all these names like the Queen K, the Energy Lab, I don't know,
Elite Drive, the
and
Palace, all this stuff.
All these like phrases, sayings, but until you hear, you just can't really, you just don't really know what it's going to be like.
So what got you into the sport?
I just love sports. I love exercising. I love training, and then why do one when you can do three? So
I couldn't agree with you more. Or do 10.
Yeah.
Do a whole bunch of them.
I don't think I could do a track athlete and do a heptathlon or the men's race. I don't think I could quite do that.
So did you start as a runner? Did you start as a swimmer, cyclist?
So I swam growing up, cycled, ran, gymnastics, hockey, you name it, we probably did it.
Yeah.
And just active kid. I was never that smart, I would say. I always enjoyed training, and we were lucky with the school that I was in that my PE teacher was quite flexible when we were going into competitions, or we had like gymnastics competitions, so she would allow us a couple of free periods and take us out of class. So I just loved it. I really enjoyed it, and I think that passion grew. I went to university, I studied sports science, and it wasn't until there that I probably put everything together and really realised that professional sport was something that I could do.
Right.
As I saw other international and elite athletes walking around, I was like, I think I can do that. I have that passion, I have that joy for the sport enough. So I took the leap and then jumped straight in.
When did you get into triathlon?
So I think I did a couple when I was very young, but I wouldn't say they were very competitive. And then it was my final year at university where I decided triathlon was the sport for me.
That was the sport. And then were you thinking Olympic format, or were you thinking longer distance was better, or were you just sort of dabbling?
Yeah, I think when you're in the UK, Olympics is even now I get asked, are you going to the Olympics? I'm like, it's not quite the distance for me. I'm not made for that. It's like, but do you know them? I was like, yeah, I do know all the guys.
Is your last name Brownlee?
Yeah. Do you know? It's just a question you get asked in the UK. I think it's a little bit different over in the States, where
more iron-centric.
They understand it. They understand the draw to the island a lot more. I think it's growing now that like Alistair has moved up a distance. A lot more people, and as the sport's grown through the success of Alistair and Jonathan, they have made triathlon in the UK even bigger. So
what I love about those guys is I think they've gotten like 40,000 kids into the sport of triathlon. It's unbelievable what they've done with their foundation.
Yeah,
they're really giving back.
No, definitely.
So when you look back, was there a race that told you, okay, I could be really good at this, I'm going to go pro?
So I did a few elite European Cups,
Uh-huh.
so drafting races, and I did okay in those, but at that time I was still working full time and trying to juggle that lifestyle of training elite and working full time. And I did okay, and then I just wanted to commit to it, so I had to quit my job, move back in with my mum to save money to make this decision to go full time and commit to triathlon, and at that point I haven't looked back.
So what job were you on what was your career path before triathlon?
I wouldn't say it was a career path because I was still involved, or I still had a desire to train.
Right.
So I did multiple things, from working in coffee shops to bike shops, worked in a law firm, I was personal trainer for a while, but all were quite physically demanding, and I think taking quite a lot of energy away from my one true passion, which is triathlon.
So what's Mom's reaction when you say, listen, I'd like to move back in with you because I want to become a professional athlete and I need to save some dollars?
A little shocked, but she loved having me home. Well,
Yeah.
I hope she does. She could probably...
She wouldn't tell you if she didn't.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't tell me how much I do annoy her, being all mood swings and grumpy and what comes with outside of professional athlete life.
Yeah. So I'm looking back at 2019. Fell off your bike first race of the season. You find yourself in a French hospital getting stitches.
Yeah.
But then a week later, you win 70.3 Barcelona.
Yeah.
That's sort of a nice turnaround.
I think that was probably one of my most iconic or memorable 2 weeks.
Yes.
Just from coming from that low of falling off while I was leading the race at the time, ending up in a French hospital, sat alongside Rach Brown, and then the next week having the courage and the desire to put that behind me and go and win a race.
Now, was that, so it was 70.3, was it 70.3 Edinburgh? Was that?
That was the year before, was my first win. But yeah, I went and won 2018.
Was that one of your first wins?
Yeah,
Edinburgh?
yeah.
Yes, okay. And then, when I look at 2021, you get 7th at Mallorca, 3rd at Challenge Roth. And then this year, you were 2nd at Challenge. Like next year, for sure, you're going to win it, right?
I'm sure I'll knock Annie off the podium in my 3rd year.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
1, 2, 3. That's the way we go.
But you had, when I look at it, 51:44, 4:35, 3 hours flat, 8:31.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with that performance. I think it was a long time coming. I think I've been learning the longer distance Ironman trade, I guess.
Yes.
The year before was my first year in the full distance. So I was really happy to execute a race that I know I could do and still make a few little mistakes. So there's a lot more definitely I can give. And in that type of race, in that type of championship field, after doing Ironman Worlds only probably 6 weeks prior to that, I'm really happy.
Well, and getting top 10 there at Ironman Worlds, and
Yeah.
that was a brutal course.
It was brutal,
right?
Yeah, it was horrible. Well, not horrible. It was still very pretty. It was amazing every time you get to race. A world-class field.
Yes.
See Daniela on her best day.
She was phenomenal.
And to be up against those girls, I know personally I made a lot of mistakes, and if I'd just done them a little bit better, it could have been a whole different story. But that's why we're here, and hopefully this week I won't make those mistakes, and then we'll see me a couple of places higher, or just executing executing a race I know I can in a World Championships.
So you were involved with the sub-8 challenge, correct?
No, I
You
wasn't.
didn't. You couldn't.
No,
I thought you were.
because I was preparing for Roth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But watching Kat do what
Yeah,
she did,
no,
how special was that?
It was insane, and knowing the group, quite a lot of the girls in the
Yes.
group around her, And it was so good.
Was that hard
to
for you
see.
not to be? I'm sure you wanted to be
No,
part
I
of it.
did. I wanted to be part of it. It was such an iconic event, and what it did for sport and for women's sport.
Yes.
And to see how far that we've come, it's incredible, and how far we could actually go and how fast we could go is really exciting. And it was so nice to see a Brit there doing it.
Well, and like 8:31 at Challenge Roth. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. I'm obviously, as an athlete, you always want more.
Well, you want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really, to be honest, like the times they're great. The power I put out was nice, good. I'm very happy with it. But I just had so much fun. Like up Solar Hill, the family, the support, the crowd.
60,000 people
Oh,
screaming
yeah,
their brains
beer
out. The beer
mile.
mile.
I honestly think I had more fun than any around that course, soaking it all up, enjoying every minute. And like, if there's a course that you would want to take longer on, I think that would be it, just so you could enjoy even more. But yeah, I'd like to be back to break that sub 8:30 and hopefully be on the top step.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
How have you changed as an athlete over this last number of years?
I think given myself a little bit of taking the pressure off, like not getting too worked up, and understanding the highs and lows of the sport. Like
Right.
you said, I've crashed, I've had injuries, I've been through a lot, and coming and and accepting that it's a profession.
Right.
Like I think at the beginning I didn't give myself the credit to say I deserve to be here, I'm good enough, and that I should be competing against these girls. So yeah, in these last few years, with the consistent results, I feel proud and privileged to race against these girls, but know that I can be just as competitive. And it's, don't put anyone on a pedestal, basically.
No.
And especially in the long game or in any race, anything can happen at any time. And I think, yeah, don't take anything for granted. So smile. Well, the sun goes down, the sun comes up. Each day's a new day, and yeah, just enjoy it.
What would it mean to you to win this race?
I knew you were going to ask this question, but I think, yeah, it would mean a lot, and I think it would mean a lot to anyone to win a World Championships after the years that we've had, coming back to the Big Island in this iconic race. Do I think I could do it? Yeah, anyone could do it. I think with race results in the past have shown that. Would I be happy to finish? Yes, I'd be happy to finish. I'm just gonna play the cards that I'm dealt out there, make the decisions, know that it's a very long day, and hopefully anything can happen. It's all about that last patience, that last 10 miles.
Yes. What's interesting, when I ask that question, sometimes you can tell people like, that never entered my mind.
Yeah.
Never even thought about I could win that race. But when you start finishing 8th at the World Championships,
Yeah.
there's no reason why you
No.
can't. And if you're going to be on a podium, why be looking up at anybody?
No.
Right?
And I think if you play the scenario round and round in your head and you don't put yourself first, then what happens if you do get there? Like, you're just suddenly going to stop and be like, oh my God, I'm not actually meant to be here. What am I doing? And get panicked. You've just got to keep it calm and carry on. And if that carry on means you stay in first, or if it means you end up second, third, whatever, it's whatever's meant to be is meant to be. It's already written in the stars or whatever. It's just got to keep going and keep smiling and hope I do end up on that top step.
You know, we had a young woman from the UK who came here in 2007 who had never seen this course before, by the name of Chrissy Wellington. And I think she did okay. I think her first few times out. Yeah,
she's done all right after that.
She did okay.
She seemed like a nice gal.
She's okay. Yeah. Ended up going off the front. Nobody knew who she was. She had won Ironman Coeur, and that's what's so great about this race. You never know how it's going to play out.
And it's crazy. It's exciting. It's a world champs for a reason, and things are meant to go tits up and wrong or right, and for all different types of people. So I'm happy to be here, happy and healthy, and gonna learn and enjoy and embrace.
I love it. A round of applause for Fenella, everybody. Poncho Man, take us out.
Big island surfing, big island surfing, and it's breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo.
Poncho Man.